Bring in a little lady.
Nora lady.
Oh, thank you.
Just tell me when you're ready.
It's fun.
So we have to amend the agenda, right?
This is what's on the agenda here.
It's on the agenda.
Right, when it is, on the bridge shooting down.
Because you're going to look at this, what it said, look at the last page,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, beautiful, thank you.
I'm good.
You're good? All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Washington Township regular meeting. Today is December 15th, 2025. It's 7:01 p.m. Members present, Committeeman Roehrich, Committeeman Wall, Committeeman Curioni, Vice Mayor Murello, myself, Michael Marino, Township Clerk Probasco, and we have Attorney Jonathan Testa is here with us. I know that Administrator Daniel will be a little bit late today. When he shows up. Adequate notice of this meeting was sent to the Daily Record and the Observer Tribune on January 6, 2025, and was posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building. In addition, a copy of this notice is and has been available to the public and is on file in the office of Municipal Clerk. This meeting is being held at the Washington Township Municipal Building, 43 Schoolies Mountain Road, Long Valley, New Jersey. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Good to see everybody. We're going to start off with Mayor's update. Today, Monday, December 15th, 2025. With the holidays upon us, Long Valley has been busy preparing everyone with quite a number of events. First is the 39th Annual Long Valley Community Tree Lighting. Thank you to Zion Lutheran Church and the Holiday Happenings Committee for hosting another great event. Our Veterans and Knights of Columbus hosted our annual Wreaths Across America event this past weekend, where we placed wreaths on just under 400 graves of veterans that are laid to rest in our cemeteries around town. Thank you to Vice Mayor Murello and Committeeman Roehrich for joining me that afternoon. Our annual Jolly Jamboree, sponsored by the Washington Township Recreation Department, was held this past Saturday. There was an ice rink, bounce house, train ride, other events for the kids. In addition, the high school a cappella groups were there to bring holiday joy with some Christmas songs. The winners of the house decorating contest were announced. Congratulations to all of our winners. Yesterday, we celebrated the first night of Hanukkah by lighting the first light on the menorah outside the Chesapeake restaurant. We had a great gathering with music and games for the kids. And today, we celebrate the holiday with our seniors at the annual holiday lunch sponsored by the Washington Township Recreation Department. Thank you to Committeeman Roehrich and Curioni, as well as Administrator Daniel, for joining us. I'd like to thank the recreation staff, Darlene Hatcher and Bernadette Miola. They have done an incredible job hosting not only our holiday celebrations, but all the recreation programs all year for all ages. Their work and dedication truly makes a difference. And to wrap up the holidays next weekend, we'll be on the lookout for Santa, as our fire company escorts Santa around town. Please check their department websites for a time schedule. As this year comes to a close, there's so many people that I would like to thank, and it would be impossible to name everyone, but so many people play a role in making Long Valley the community it is. First, I would like to thank Administrator Daniel, Clerk Probasco, the entire staff in Town Hall, our clerk, building, zoning, health, finance, tax, recreation, fire inspection, OEM, for all your hard work in keeping the township running smoothly. Thank you to the entire DPW staff for keeping everything working, from our roads, our trees, our buses, and fire trucks. Thank you. Thank you to Chief Almer and the entire police department for all you do 24/7 to keep the community safe. Thank you to our first responders, our first aid squad, rescue squad, fire companies for being on call 24/7 and for keeping our community safe as well. Lastly, I would like to thank all the volunteers who have served our community on the many boards and committees. Your work is a major part of the greatness that is Long Valley, and I hope that I included everyone within those departments, and I apologize if I left anyone out. On behalf of the entire Township Committee, I would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and a healthy and Happy New Year. The 2026 Washington Township reorganization meeting will be held on Saturday, January 3rd, 2026 at 9 a.m. It's open to public and we welcome everyone to attend. Thank you very much. We've got two proclamations today. The first one is going to be for Radon Awareness Month. I'd like to read this proclamation. Whereas radon, a known carcinogen, is an invisible, odorless, naturally occurring radioactive gas released from the earth which kills over 21,000 Americans each year. And whereas the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection classifies the majority of the state as having moderate to high risk potential for elevated levels of radon exposure. And whereas the U.S. Surgeon General recommends that a home be tested for radon every other year or when any structural change is made. Whereas Washington Township residents can obtain a free radon test kit from the health department and can install a system to reduce radon concentrations at a reasonable cost if necessary. And whereas the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection and the United States Environmental Protection Agency are collaborating during the month of January to promote the need for radon testing in an effort to protect the lives of our state's residents. And whereas if all New Jersey homes with radon concentrations at or above 4 PCILs were mitigated, about 78 lives could be saved each year. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Michael Marino, Mayor of Washington Township, on behalf of the Township Committee, do hereby recognize January 2026 as Radon Awareness Month in Washington Township. Thank you. All right, for our second proclamation, I would like to have Rich, will you come up front, please? Please.
Oh, he gets the flowers, what do you mean?
No.
Very nice.
Yeah, we got that chair there.
I know, surprise. Well, as you know, okay. You good? Thank you. Well, as you know, this is Rich's last meeting, and we're very fortunate to have Rich. He was a great running mate of mine, and I was very proud to run with him 3 years ago, and as of December 31, our initial term on the committee ends. Rich has brought a lot of perspective to the committee. It's different from all of us. His law, his legal expertise, his specialty in working for the sheriff's office, director of security for a couple of universities, just brings a complete different perspective. And while you were very strong in the law, you also brought a lot of sympathy and empathy because you work with kids, you work with people in need, and that's a great perspective. So you were a great counsel for me on many things, questions, thoughts, and I just wanted to tell you how much we appreciate you and the time. And the flowers are for you because the effort is for you too. It's a sacrifice for you and the family. And I just want to tell you how much we appreciate it. So I'd like to read a proclamation, please. So proclamation for Richard Wall. Whereas Richard Wall has faithfully served the residents of Washington Township as a committeeman from 2023 to 2025. Whereas he's previously held key leadership roles, including chairman of the Washington Township Republican Committee, Independence Township Committeeman, and member of the Independence Township Republican Committee. And whereas Richard Wall has demonstrated a long and distinguished career in public safety, including service as undersheriff for the Morris County Sheriff's Office, Director of Security at St. Elizabeth University, and currently Director of Security at True University. And whereas he has further contributed to public service statewide through his appointment and confirmation by the New Jersey State House to the Public Employment Relations Commission. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Michael Marino, Mayor of Washington Township, on behalf of the Township Committee, hereby recognizes and honors Committeeman Richard Wall for his dedicated service, leadership, and commitment to the community. Thanks, Rich.
Thank you very much.
Mark will get you next one.
He's hard out for the paper, come on.
Good. All right, Mark.
All right, roll back.
Good.
All right.
Thank you very much, Mike.
this point, I'd like to open the meeting to the public. Any member of the public wishing to come and make a comment, please feel free to do so. Seeing none, I'll close the meeting to the public.
Mr. Mayor, I just have a brief statement to make following that portion, please.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Good evening, Washington Township. First, congratulations, Mr. Wall, for your service. I appreciate the last 3 years. Mr. Testa, thank you for filling in this evening. Mr. Testa, I do have a couple of questions. You might be able to answer a couple, and some you might not have too much familiarity with. But to the best of your knowledge, does John Coyle, counsel for Morris County Republican Committee, possess any claim, direct or indirect, related to the Kings Highway litigation? And that's John Coyle.
I have no knowledge of that whatsoever.
Did Committeeman Murello engage or procure legal services from Mr. Coyle for matters separate from township business?
I would have no
Specifically, are
knowledge.
you aware of Mr. Murello retained Mr. Coyle in a private lawsuit against a Washington Township constituent?
I have no knowledge of that.
Mr. Testa, as you were not in attendance on the September committee meeting, did your counterpart, Mr. Simmer, apprise you of the nature of the spirited discourse that occurred regarding an appointment to a township committee? And I'll reference the email. It was on September 5th to Mr. Simmer that evening, thanking him for filling in for Ms. Sullivan that evening. And I expressed a couple of concerns, and I'll summarize quickly. Chairwoman Ali appointed you that she was the tie-breaking vote for the Washington Township County Committee to appoint the executive director to be the president of the committee here in Washington Township. That same person was then appointed to the committee, the Economic Development Committee, against the recommendation of the liaison to that committee. My concern that evening was that it certainly reeked of politics, and I expressed that concern as the person that interviewed both and recommended one over the other. So again, I will share that email with everyone this evening. Finally, are you aware that Mr. Quill's professional engagement with the Morris County Republican Committee?
No, you're asking me this question?
Yes.
I have no knowledge of that whatsoever.
So it's my assessment, based on the totality of these actions, it does raise serious concern about Mr. Murello's potential for using counsel for purposes that may be perceived as targeting his constituents or advancing personal agendas. And I do believe this pattern of behavior over the last couple of months requires at least a thorough review. That's my statement this evening.
No, I'm not gonna, I'm still unclear what exactly you're alleging, but I guess I'm not gonna.
That would be council business here, is what I'm trying to understand.
I'm not sure why he cross-examined you when his allegations were towards me, but as, I guess, as not to be unexpected that, we have people here videoing it from the, and, that this appears to be planned on your part. So I wonder, who's actually doing the political maneuver here, because I have no knowledge of what you're talking about. But I appreciate your comments, Walt.
I wouldn't expect an apology with the accusation that I'm planning my statement this evening, and it certainly was not prompted or planned for that reason.
Well, you read a statement, which means you must have put a little time in it.
It appears that, I think because I'm questioning certain things, I'm now becoming the target of some inquiry. And I want to just point out the timing of this and how it appears to be an orchestrated effort between the Morris County Republican Committee and those tentacles that are reaching into township politics. And you will see that nexus with the timeline, and I have more to follow, but like I said, there are a series of pending open requests, and I'll share some of that.
Don't look at me, I got nothing.
I'm good. I have nothing to really add here.
Maybe it was you. You retired Jan Coyle too? I don't know why I get the brunt of this, but, all right, let it go.
Well, I do have a question that I'm not sure. I'm like wondering, why are we talking about the county committee in the township committee? They're two separate things. Like, I don't understand where you're going with that, Walt.
You will see, Mr. Coyle has a sudden interest in Kings Highway and, here in Washington Township. And I will share more as I get some of this information, but it was prompted,
I am, I'm baffled.
All right, well, let's move on.
All right.
Was it, yeah.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. At this point, I'd like to, all right, our consent agenda. All right, we've got resolution 175-25, a resolution to affirm the Township of Washington civil rights policy with respect to all officials, appointees, employees, prospective employees, volunteers, independent contractors. We've got resolution 176-25, resolution adopting the Washington Township Employee Handbook of Personnel Policies and Procedures dated 2025. Resolution 177-25, authorizing the sale of tax certificate number 07-945 with regard to block 16, lot 14.02 to Paul Crossley. Resolution 178-25, refund for 2025 tax payment for an exempt veteran. Resolution 179-25, resolution authorizing the submission of a grant application for the Washington Township Municipal Alliance. Resolution 180-25, resolution of the Township Committee of the Township of Washington supporting the Highlands Water Use and Conservation Management Plan. Resolution 181-25, authorize a refund to the Hackett Sound Municipal Utility Authority. Resolution 182-25, authorize the renewal of a shared services agreement between the Township of Washington and the Washington Township Board of Education for baseball field grooming services. Resolution 183-25, a resolution of the Township of Washington, County of Morris, and State of New Jersey, authorizing the person-to-person transfer of plenary retail consumption liquor license number 1438-33-007-002 from Cornerstone Tavern and Grill LLC to the Big Hospitality Group LLC. We have application for membership for the Long Valley First Aid Squad, Aiden Almec, Hannah Gala, David Cox, and Matthew Noonan. Thank you for your membership and for your service. Application for membership to the Squeeze Mountain Fire Company for Zane Pershaud. Thank you again to serve your community. We have an application for a public event for St. Luke's Church for a Wines of the World event for January 31st, 2026 between 6 and 10 p.m. at St. Luke's Church. We have the approval of minutes for our November 12th, 2025 work session and the November 24th, 2025 regular meeting. We have the payment of vouchers. We have our monthly department reports. With that, can I have a motion, please, for our consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to receive the consent agenda.
Second.
Thank you. Motion by Mr. Murello, second by Mr. Roehrich. Roll call, please.
Aye.
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 Vice Mayor Murello,
I knew you were coming in.
Committeeman Roehrich,
Aye.
Committeeman Wall,
Aye.
Committeeman Curioni,
Aye.
Mayor Marino.
Aye. Thank you. What's that? All right, just a note, there's in the agenda, we've got a public portion here. I'm just gonna move it to the end of the agenda. We've got a couple more resolutions to discuss. We have resolution R 173-25-R1, Police Department appointment. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Murello, second by Mr. Roehrich. Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Murello.
Aye.
Committeeman Roehrich,
Aye.
Committeeman Wall,
Aye.
Committeeman Curioni,
Aye.
Mayor Marino.
Aye, thank you. We have resolution 184-25 regarding budget transfer. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion for R 184-25.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Murello, second by Mr. Roehrich. Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Murello,
Aye.
Committeeman Roehrich,
Aye.
Committeeman Wall,
Aye.
Committeeman Curioni,
Aye.
Mayor Marino.
Aye, thank you. Resolution 185-25, resolution authorizing the termination of a shared service agreement between Washington Township and the Township of Mount Olive to provide plumbing subcode services to the Township of Washington. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion for 185-25.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Wall, second by Mr. Roehrich.
Just for the record, that's the first time for me.
Yeah, there you go.
Committeeman Wall,
Aye.
Committeeman Roehrich,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Murello, Committeeman Curioni,
Aye.
Mayor Marino.
Aye, thank you. We have resolution 186-25, a resolution of the Township of Washington authorizing the township attorney to make a motion for payout of, for surplus funds. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Wall, second by Mr. Roehrich. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Wall,
Aye.
Committeeman Roehrich,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Murello,
Aye.
Committeeman Curioni,
Aye.
Mayor Marino.
Aye. Thank you. All right, that takes care of that. At this time, I'd like to open the meeting one more time to the public. Any members of the public wishing to speak, please feel free.
Do I need to say your name and
Yeah, please,
everything?
feel free. Thank you.
No problem. Hi,
Hi.
Amelia Spadaccini. I just had a question. Is there any plans to record and stream these meetings? Like, I had to bring my kids here tonight in order to attend. My husband's not home right now. So, are there any plans to do so in 2026 to just make the meetings more accessible?
I would love to support that, I think that's great. I know Mr. Connors brought that up as well. I would support that.
Is there like something we could do to like help facilitate that? Or, because I know in the past, I believe you mentioned that it's the equipment or something,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, we're working on that. Well, the meetings are recorded, by the way, so you can always get a copy of the recording.
The audio recorded?
Yeah, they're all
Okay.
recorded. Yeah, so you can do that now. You can always get that.
Do we have to like request them from,
It's no,
Ms. Probasco? I'm sorry.
it's
what?
no,
It's
it's
no
no
request.
request.
Okay, so it's like a separate, so are there any plans to just make them available?
Well, I'm not sure yet. I know we haven't really discussed.
We've had some discussions over the years of making audio available afterwards. As far as video goes, not as long as I'm here.
Yeah, not since I've been here, we haven't really talked about the video side. I know.
Now, we've talked about the expense of it, that's all we talked about, in part, during the budget
During budget
process.
time, I think the last time, early in 25 budget, I believe we had a quote of somewhere north of $40-something thousand
Right.
to get the video equipment that would be necessary. That doesn't include the personnel that would be required to man the cameras, of course. And the committee didn't, whether it gets proposed again in next year's budget, I have no idea, but I think we proposed it twice and it never made it into the budget.
Didn't,
Is there a reason why the Board of Ed didn't do it and we can't, or you can't, I'm sorry?
That's a decision that they want to broadcast their stuff on YouTube.
Okay. Did it cost them $40,000, or I guess that would be a question?
That'd be a
for them as
question.
well? Okay,
Education separate.
thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing no one else, I'll close the meeting to the public. As there is no other items on the agenda, can I make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Merry Christmas to you.
Happy holidays.